My name is Nikki. I'm an English makeup artist and I live with Carlo and our daughter Skye in Positano, Italy. Our house is far from the road but surrounded by fruit trees and olive groves, and we grow our own food. We'll show you what it's really like to live on the Amalfi Coast. Subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. It is very windy and wintry feeling outside, but there's blue sky out there. Are we all going to feed the chickens? Come on in. Let's go feed the chickies.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet. Don't know who you're gonna meet, who you're have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
So I decided that this quarantine would be a great time to teach 17-year-old Skye how to cook some meals and fend for herself. So we're starting off with a favourite recipe of ours. It's a very, very simple one. It's pasta with tuna and lemons and olives. And it's very, very easy to cook. So perfect for first-timers like her. I sent her off into the garden to pick some lemons. Luca was up there weeding. And there's not my cat chasing Holly. Have a quick look at some of the strawberries in the greenhouse and then back down to the kitchen to start cooking. That is our potato patch, by the way. So the only thing in this recipe that you need to cook is the pasta and the onions. So you lightly brown off the onions, don't burn them, just until they're nice and blonde. And then you add in the olives and the tuna, and you can squeeze a lemon and put the juice for a lemon into it. And that is the pasta accompaniment done. It's that easy. So there's Skye just adding the lemon juice into the tuna, onion and olive mix. And now she's tipping the cooked pasta into it. Mix it all up and it is ready to eat.
Lunch ready.
Luca's showing me we've got a whole load of rocket or arugula, whatever you want to call it. This is how you pick it. You pull the leaf down. You just pull it off the stem. You peel it down and then it doesn't damage them.
Luca, all right?
These are wild rocket leaves. We didn't plant these. These just grow naturally here all around. No, you're not you. You want it? Yum, yum. There's all sorts of little plants springing up.
Penso quanti ce ne sono.
What are you eating? And when I say this is not my cat, it's because it's their cat, not my cat. It's perfectly well looked after and ridiculously spoilt. Luca is Carlo's brother, by the way, and these top gardens are his and the bottom gardens are Carlo's. And soon all of this will be cleared out and replanted, and it will become our tomato factory for the summer. I brought back from England with me a little rhubarb root, and I planted it in the garden and it's growing. So exciting. And it already looks like rhubarb. Look at that. And little new leaves coming up.
Oggi devi levare questi cosi qua. Devi levare questi assi qua. Perché non servono?
And live from the garden, Carlo is doing something. What are you doing?
Come si capisce quando una pianta va travasata? Basta guardare sotto. Vedi, queste sono tutte le radici. Vuol dire che la pianta è molto ben radicata. Ha tante belle radici. E ci vuol dire che prenderà bene in un vaso più grande. Mischiamo un po' il terreno, perché questo è un terreno molto drenante, non trattiene l'acqua per niente, è torba. Lo mischiamo con questo che invece è un terreno che trattiene l'acqua, così dovrebbe uscire un buon mix. Vedi? Pieno di radici. Quando poi si innaffia, no? Chiaramente come ogni volta che si travasa da un vaso più piccolo a uno più grande, si mette il terreno nuovo. Dopo 2 volte che l'hai innaffiato, il terreno scenderà più sotto, non è importante. Così rimettiamo altro terreno sopra. Adesso con questo terreno che è rimasto, del patio, andiamo ad aggiungere in qualche vaso che manca un po', ok? Let's go! Questa pianta sembra non molto bella adesso, ma faremo un altro video quando sarà pieno di fiori quest'estate, a luglio.
È più interessante quello che stanno facendo tutti gli animali là.
Questo è appena che ci si trova di...
Guarda come stai con i molli.
Non ce l'ho più. Quello con i semi, poi ci sono altri 2 sacchi.
I bought a giant bucket of disgusting worms for the chickens and I literally cannot bear myself to touch them. I hate worms. Che fai, lo mangi?
La vogliamo provare?
Right. See what you think of those. Oh.
Buongiorno cari amici di Nichi Positano. Stamattina ho pensato di portarmi al lavoro con me. Let's go! Ecco qua, quello è il mio posto di lavoro. Solo qualche minuto e arriviamo.
Carlo has worked here for over 20 years. The job has been passed down from his father and his grandfather who worked there before him. The cemetery of Positano is located next to Lipalati, the oldest part of town. There is no access via road. You have to climb or carry coffins around 300 steps up, which is pretty hard going, but an elevator is being constructed at this time. In 1804, Napoleon passed a law ordering that the dead, for hygiene reasons, must not be buried in the churches anymore, but outside the towns. Before this, all the dead were buried either just outside the church or without coffins in basement rooms underneath the church, which were sealed with limestone. It is a multi-ethnic cemetery. There are people of many different religions buried here. In the beginning of the Second World War, many people came to hide in Positano from the Nazis. Some stayed on and were eventually buried here. Many of these people were artists, and you can see the artistic influences in certain tombs with hand-painted tiles and unique designs. It's a very pretty cemetery. The little church in the centre of the grounds was not always a church. It's at least 300 years old and was originally a textile workshop where tailors sewed Hessian sacks and sails for fishing boats. Anyone can visit the cemetery, but please remember that it is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Sono pieno.
They're the same, but they're not. But I was surprised. But it ain't important. I think I'm going to tell you this. I've been not to have too many sort of things where and I'll chat to you in the next 3 days.
Okay.
All right. That's everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. I am so behind this morning. I have now spent 2 hours on FaceTime calls with two of my brothers. One of them's in San Diego and they just had an earthquake, so he was a little bit freaked out by that, I think. But I had all sorts of plans to do stuff this morning. There's stuff sitting in the washing machine wet for the last 2 hours that I haven't been able to hang out. I haven't cleaned out chickens. I haven't made anything for lunch because I've been on the phone the whole time. So I've got a ton of stuff to do now, and I'd officially said in my head that today was going to be my day off and I was going to sit in the garden and read a book. Don't think that's going to happen anytime now. So now I'm going to go and hang the washing out.
Vabbè, però
Ma
tu
stanno uscendo i fiori qua anche adesso.
stanno uscendo.
Sì. Però volevo mettere questi piccolini qua.
Sì, io te l'ho detto, tu fa un buchino.
Cos'era?
No, lo fanno cosa così. Tu c'hai fantasmi in casa. C'hai fantasmi.
Ah.
L'importante è che prendiamo.
So Luca's brought some green bean plants, which are these here. We normally plant these behind me here, but we've got potatoes this year there. So we're going to go and plant them down in the lower garden. Whew. Just have to help him bring the motosappo down. I've had a little half-hour break, sitting in the sun and reading, and now it is time to start planting my hollyhocks and my lupins.
Eccolo qua, vedi? Abbiamo messo. Bravo.
Carlo has just come back, and I just want to check out this haircut that I did on him yesterday. Looks
Mi
fine.
piacciono? Nice. E mo? Che fai? Che ci metti qua?
But now has tilled all of this, and we're going to plant some zucchini. Right, it is getting late. It is... Stop fighting animals! It's 4:30 on Saturday afternoon, so I really need to get started on putting this video together. I just wanted to quickly say thank you if you've reached the end of the video, and one other thing, I have set up a Patreon account. Stop it! Oh, tutti! Tutti tutti i gatti, cane, pesce, galline, sono tutti qua sotto. Plus, oh my god, why is it when I want to talk, it's like, then everything is big, somebody's doing stuff up there now. I'm gonna mention this just once, every time I try and talk. Anyhow, I've set up a Patreon club, but there's 4 different levels. If you would like to support me there, that would be wonderful. If you don't, that's absolutely fine too. If I get enough supporters on Patreon though, I will switch off the adverts on YouTube because I know they're really annoying. Thank you very much if you'd like to support me there. If not, carry on watching here and that's absolutely fine too. I appreciate everybody watching because I have now lost all my work for this summer for the first 4 months anyway, and it's only a 6-month season, so it's going to be a little bit tight this year, but it's fine because we're pretty much self-sufficient here and we're happy and that's what counts. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time.